So today we're going to be checking out No Man's Sky. I have played this game extensively in the past. I have literally all of the achievements in the game, including the permadeath run and everything. That said, I haven't played consistently since it first came out. Like I popped in once in a while, just like a little bit for some of the other stuff that's been going on. Like I forget what they call them when they have the different events going on. I'm just quickly checking. Oh, they have a right-handed, left-handed mode. That's interesting. I'm just quickly checking to see if there's any settings I want to change before we get in there. All right. Motion blur. No. No. Never. Get it out of here. No one wants it. Never, ever, ever. Yeah, so looking through settings, just seeing what kind of, accessibility stuff we want to have. And so they got plenty of stuff. Enlarged text UI, excellent. Increase the HUD size, excellent. By default, certain transitions, such as opening the galaxy map, will briefly flash a white screen. Disabling this will go to fade to black. I want to fade to black. I want to flashbang everyone. Hazard effects. Okay, so you can turn those up and down if they're like too intense for you. Cool. Those seem like some pretty solid accessibility things. The camera, you can adjust your field of view if that's something, because that could be a motion sickness thing. Vignetting and scan lines. I'm gonna get rid of the head bob. Alright, so without further ado, let's get in on this. For those who haven't seen No Man's Sky before, it is a game around exploration. It does have like space-to-space combat. You can fight things on the ground. There's all sorts of animals, some friendly, some hostile. Environments can be like incredibly wonderful to go to, and they can be incredibly hostile to go to. But the gist of the game is you wake up on a planet, and you got no idea what the heck's going on, and it plays from there. Those who haven't played through the game, yeah, so this character, you can see the Permadeath character is still alive, and you can get an idea the last time I played that character. I did have saves that got lost at some point, so I don't remember what they were. Oh yeah, expeditions. As you can see, though, I barely touched the expeditions. I've heard nothing but good things. It's been hard to find the time to do those. Where is... They truncate the text here. I don't think that's actually permadeath. I think I have to go to custom. I was hoping to give me more information before we got in here. We're just gonna do that and kill the game real fast, because that's not what I want. I want permadeath. That's the whole point. I thought it used to be with the settings. There was like the normal survival, and then permadeath was its own category. There was like a little tick box for permadeath. I genuinely don't remember. Like, it used to just be a straight up setting right in the front. That said, yeah, so survival is the one. This is the one I put the most time into, 60 hours. Okay, it didn't say that. That's good. All right. So custom, full survival, challenging, scarce, challenging, save deleted, expensive, scared. Da. There we go. So basically, we've made it as awful as possible. I want to see what survival sets it to. Okay. Oh, good. They have a permadeath one. I'm making it worse than the old permadeath. So we took the old permadeath and we ratcheted up just a teeny bit. I wish there was a save for these settings. And the reason I'm saying that is that way I can very easily go. Now, this is going to be one of those challenges. I'm probably going to take a couple of false starts where I'm going to die real fast, because one, I'm rusty. And two, that's just the nature of this one, is that right at the beginning, you end up on the permadeath one is you start on a really awful planet. At least I believe you always start on an awful planet with not what you need to survive. And so it's kind of getting to some place where you can find cover and like venturing out, grabbing some materials, running back to your cover, venturing out, grabbing some materials, running back to your cover. That kind of thing until you can get enough, stuff for your ship to get it off the ground. Once you get off the ship off the ground, not that they're not a danger, but like the worst. I would like to be. I'd like to be, well, first let's get inside. Why am I not first person? I don't remember this being that. Controls. Where is the camera? Am I just misremembering this? Was it always third person? It's not the end of the world. I believe I can't remember the humming sacks are the ones that explode at you. Alright, so we got cobalt on our initial planet. Alright, the oxygen we'll need for our life support. So I was hoping to do... There, sodium. So sodium's important because I want to say that's what we make to give ourselves environmental protection. So definitely want as much of that as we can. Because that's what we'll need if we're out and about and things go bad. We can just sit there and slap that in real fast to try and save ourselves. What I need though is I need a source of energy. Not look like there's much down here for that. It's a cool cave, though. I'm gonna turn down that screen shake because that's pretty rough. I'm not gonna turn it off, I gotta tone it down. Make it half. Because I had to reinstall a game, so I think I lost settings. Yeah, that's a bit better. Actually, you know what? I might just get rid of it entirely. Because that could be a motion sickness thing for people, so I'm trying to be mindful of that. I keep clicking on that. Is progression much slower in these settings? It'll be a bit slower. It shouldn't be a lot slower, but it should be a bit slower. Because I'm not even worried if we actually succeed, to be honest. I kind of want to see how far I can take it. Because we're on max settings. That's actually something I should mention. Max difficulty permadeath. There we go. And now when people go, what are your settings? Everything's on the right. So do you have this? Everything's on the right. What about that? Everything's on the right. Oh, I thought that was a red crystal. There we go, carbon. Yeah, no, it's the same here that, I've grown to dislike screen shake, I've grown to dislike, vignetting. Alright, so let's duck back into the cave, because we do slowly lose, heat protection. Now, this planet, it says the big danger is that the weather is unrelenting. So when we have a weather effect, we need to get into cover in a big way. Okay, so once we get ferrite dust. Alright, so we gotta find ferrite dust. Oh, right. That's what I needed.
Technology recharge.
Hard to make out what is and isn't the rocks. I'm sure there's people out there who's like, Screamer, everyone knows it's more efficient to pick this stuff up by using this technique. I'd be like, like, you know there's a little thing where you can, like, charge and jump at the same time to go really fast, or at least there used to be. Streamer, you're playing the game wrong. You're not playing the game the way I want you to play the game. Which makes me just want to play the game that way even more.
Thermal protection falling.
Alright, so at the beginning we're just gathering base materials. So it looks like the big thing on this planet is there's just not a whole lot of materials for me to work with. It's a lot of like little things for me to work with. The good news is we already found a good source of sodium. I can just go inside the caves and there's like little areas for that. So at the moment I'm going to primarily gather materials nearby the cave. That way, if these bad weather that it's warned me about shows up, I can just retreat to the cave and ride out the weather in there. We need the carbon to fuel our mining equipment. And we need the ferrite for a lot of materials. Okay.
Technology recharge.
Now, because we have it where we need more materials, it is going to be a thing. I'm going to have to do stuff to farm them. So it could be worth my while to do a little bit of base building, find like a pretty okay-ish planet. And just give myself the basic materials. Gotcha. So plants that give me oxygen on the surface also put out poison. I believe I will need these crystals for my ship repairs. Alright. So in just a minute we're going to go inside. I vaguely remember losing my protection much faster before. But that has been so many versions ago, I don't know how much the game has changed since then. Alright. But it could just be the planet we got as our starting planet is nowhere near as rough as I had previously. Because I used to get planets that, like, there'd be the toxic buildup, and it'd be 3 arrows, and I'd have to, like, scurry off to some shade and just hide out in the shade. Alright. Keep killing her keeps being more. Alright, so.
Component repaired. Technology repaired.
They have fixed that. Next thing I want to do is the analysis visor.
Technology installed.
They need to make carbon nanofibers. What button was it? Where is the button we have here? Oh, I think I have to make it in my exosuit. That might be the problem. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons because it's been so long. Alright, so multi-tool. We've got our scanner.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
That's interesting. They used to not be a thing. So you'd be able to walk out now and not have any problems.
Units received. Ground protection falling. Units received.
So you can't scan those.
Units received. Units received.
So our protection seems to be going much worse
Units received.
now that we're out here during the day or whatever.
Units received. Units received. Temperature levels stabilizing.
Yeah, so it seems to be We got lucky that we started in the night on the hot planet, and that we didn't suffer because of it. But does mean I'll have to make like little trips out there periodically to take care of stuff and then retreat back. Okay, so what does our ship need to be fixed? We need a hydrogen jelly and pure ferrite. We need a hermetic seal and a metal plating. And those are the only two things required. We also need to reach our ship. And that voyage is going to be one of the hard parts. $570 U. So I think we collect resources here.
Units received. Thermal protection falling.
There's a little flower that we were finding. Oh, okay. And you'll notice until I got my supplies better sorted, I'm going to walk a lot versus running. I think these are advanced mining that you need for these.
Units received. Units received.
Now I'm trying to remember... What is that symbol? I don't know what that symbol is.
Thermal protection falling. Units received.
Alright, come on. Gotta get back into my cave before the heat gets to be too much. Ah!
Toxins detected.
Oh, you. I wasn't sure what I was hearing.
Thermal protection falling.
But the reason we walk is when you run, you use way more oxygen. So until I get my oxygen, like, really well secured, I gotta play a little on the safe side. Alright, so we'll just recover our shields again. Like I said, when we hit nighttime, I gotta try and make a break for the ship. We'll end up needing almost everything, so might as well collect all the base materials. Alright, meanwhile, we can. Oh, what was the button? No, that's not it. There is a button here that I need to remember. That's not it either. That's a useful one. There's the button.
Technology recharge.
It was much faster to recharge things. There's apparently good materials right over there.
Thermal protection falling.
Alright. Okay.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Thermal protection.
Do you love how these planets so appealing and so full of life and barren at the same time? Yeah. Kind of like the real world desert. Real world deserts seem like completely barren of anything worth mentioning. But then you go in, there's like actually a whole like thriving ecosystem. Bokodim, 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 yon yon yon. The stone resonates, producing sounds that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. The robotic life form turns towards me. Light streams from their metal shell, forming a glowing fog that surrounds us both. They gesture towards me. Accept knowledge. The name Korvax floats in my vision, an echo of a strange vision I just experienced. A word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. I've learned the Korvax word for Korvax. Yay, actually my ship is not that far away. I vaguely remember when I was going for the hardcore permadeath whatever. I remember when I was first going for the achievement. Like my ship would be thousands of. There's my cave.
Thermal protection falling.
Get pick up the pace a little bit because we gotta take some damage.
Extreme heat damage detected.
Okay, so we did get back in our cave time. So good news is our ship is pretty close. Okay, can scan you? No. So we're fortunate in that regard that we didn't have to actually go that far to get to our ship. Because that's good, because I can use the ship itself the same way I would a cave, where I climb in and I just sit there for a minute and let my heat protection recover. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Alright. So just gotta wait for that heat protection to recover. I also remember I had to put a lot of effort into getting cobalt before I thought. Versus, it could just be, again, luck of the draw that we got a planet that's got cobalt just in the caves ready and I don't have to, like, mine it out of the ground with the terraform tool or whatever it's called.
Thermal protection falling. Units received.
Okay.
Units received.
Well, I hadn't planned to go back to this cave.
Levels stabilizing.
Yeah, I gotta remember there's the humming core things and then there's the other ones. And one of them are totally chill, where if you just open it, you get an item out of it that you can sell. And the other one gives you a far more valuable item, but absolute murder comes out to get you. Let's find out. Okay, so these ones are fine.
Thermal protection falling. Thermal protection falling.
Okay.
Units received.
Okay.
Units received.
Come on, thing with the terrible air.
Units received.
I like how in theory we have like no connection to the outside world or anything. We've been stranded on this planet fixing our ship. And we're still just getting paid for discovering stuff. Yeah, so we'll make it to our ship pretty easy.
Thermal protection falling.
Have some unknown buildings. Weird floating ground formation up there. Okay. The first things first, before we worry about any of the story stuff,
Thermal protection.
we're hopping in the ship to recover our thermal protection. Our good, very on fire ship. Alright. Yeah, so it seems like nighttime we still lose thermal protection, but it's very slow and really not that difficult. Versus when we were running around at daytime, it was like significantly worse. And that said, this has still been a pretty tame planet. I do remember my first time playing this for Permadeath. The planets I was ending up on, I'd step outside and you had the 3 right arrows. And just like scurry from one rock formation to the other real fast and just try and duck into shadow till you could recover. Alright. Got our nanites.
Thermal protection falling.
We found a Gek relic. Interesting that they still mark that the gear, even though I've already looted it. Alright. Scenario, iteration, whatever, deleted, boundary separation, failure likely. Vessel, 16, emptied, cause sentinel intervention, deliberate transfer. Analysis, fresh iteration, generation, anomaly containment prepared. Cool. Broadcast received. Traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. Cool. Alright, so I believe as I hit all the wrong buttons, there you are. I'll need a portable refinery, which I will need a metal plate to make. It's gonna take me a while to like relearn my controls.
Protection falling. Technology recharge.
Alright, you start making me some pure ferrite. Because I need that for my ship. Gonna collect a bunch of carbon.
Ground protection falling.
What did that? Well, that's like deeply upsetting.
Ground protection falling.
Those weren't a thing the last time I played. Alright, so metal plating. Need a hermetic seal.
Technology repaired.
We're making the pure ferrite. What was I required to have? Wait, I already have it. Alright.
Thank you Y2J Gear for subscribing for 6 months.
Thank you, White Jaguar, for the Prime Gaming sub. You've been subbed to the channel for 6 months. I really do appreciate that continued support. It does mean a lot that you can support this channel for that long, and thank you so much for doing so. I do hope you enjoy your advertising previewing as well as access to the emotes. Oh, put you on the ship, you on the ship, you on the ship. You on the ship. Basically, all the stuff I don't need to just simply survive. I'm gonna huck over the ship real fast. Alright. So we're waiting on... my portable thingy here.
Ground protection falling.
Alright. This is going way smoother than the last times I played this.
Component repaired.
The fact they've already got the ship online.
Technology recharge.
Okay, and you already got a shield, you already got weapons. Alright, what was the button I'm forgetting? There we go. And race over to the space station real fast. Okay, so I mean we've already hit our first milestone. That's actually I was expecting to struggle way more with that. I think we got lucky on our planet draw that the environment, like they implied that the weather was really bad. And then just, you know, at no point did I actually run into said horrible weather. Okay, so the other side I was about to say, like, space station and the planet, question mark? I don't want to do that. Alright. Alright. It's a pretty good start. The first priority is going to be dealing with our inventory and all that, which is up here. Why are you being so bad at the frame rate? Alright. That was the XO vehicles there. That's a ship tech merc. Alright. So, if we compare it against our own... Yeah, so I obviously don't have the money for anything here. That's fine. I can do that. I always found it weird that your oxygen doesn't recharge when you go into the space stations. Yep, no, everyone should hydrate. Absolutely. I like free stuff. Alright. The Corvax looks up, swiftly scans me, and reveals their catalog of maps and charts. We don't understand anything they help. Interesting. So, I could exchange charts to have them show me where stuff is. Their words are unclear, and the badge the Life Force uniform is unmistakable. They're an envoy of the Merchants Guild. They do not seem particularly interested in trading with me, however. Alright. They've got a mission for me to collect materials. Okay. And you can talk to, like, literally everyone to learn their language faster. And for, like, a long-term playthrough that isn't likely to die at a complete random point, it's definitely worth doing. For right now, I just need to be focused on... What is that symbol? What are those symbols? Oh, those are just nearby asteroids, I guess. Okay. So you also have a moon nearby you. It's on their side, not gonna worry about it. Aggressive sentinels. Yeah, let's do that for our first foray. It did mention that I can call units always received. Thank you for the 100 biddy sent you cookie. I really do appreciate that. Alright. Let's see. Because it used to be you had to seek these things out, but since they've done the rework, I'm curious how this affects doing the permadeath thing. Like, we're not gonna do stuff where I don't know how much people can help you out. We're not gonna take assistance from other people kind of things. But I'm curious about this, because I know this place has all of its own quests and everything. Yeah, I thought there was something... Gotcha, that'll be good. Is this all stuff that's like only available with Expedition? Ah, young one. You still roam the boundaries of this universe. How I envy you. My time in reality is long past, but I do so miss it. Perhaps you might help an old soul share things you've seen? I miss the feeling of dirty hands and hard work, grafting among the rocks and soil. Thank you, little one. I have no idea what this means to me. Please, take these nanites. They are nothing. But they are all I have now. Okay. Traveler. Hopes to make progress. Traveler tests themselves. I will help and exchange. Progress for progress. Or wealth, perhaps. Experience or materials. Both valid today. Basic selection only. Seek space stations for grand selection. Gotcha, so I can exchange nanites for mods. Okay, we can apparently do all sorts of... Oh, we can change our appearance. There's one that's locked. We have the Traveler, we have the Corvex, we have the Gek, we have... Then we have the Anomaly. Bunch of presets. Well, that's cool that they gave different builds. It used to be everyone's build was kind of the exact same. As well as things you have to get through, it sucks. But, yeah. Yeah, it's never fun. Yeah, so I had a whole bunch. I think I might just go with Anomaly for now. Go with that. So that's the color of the visor primarily. Different marking patterns. Oh, now we have different head styles. Okay. And Am knows there's a bunch of those. I believe we get those through expeditions primarily. Let's go with one of the shoulder pads. I don't want to leave it. It's fine, give me a moment, I'll get back to it. Torso. Oh, the embroidered one. So the recolored drape, recolored arm patch, recolored scarf. It's interesting that it makes it so blue when I choose light gray. Like, that is super blue. That'll work. Alright. Got the armor style. Sure. Actually, probably make it darker gray. Yeah. We have gloves. All this advanced tech, and it just have like, it's not even like woven, it's like straight up rope tying it on. So legs. No, I don't want to exit out when that happens. Why are they still so blue? Why is everything always so blue even after, like, this is blue just because. Matching tassels. Sure, why not? It looks like just shy of like Jester's pants. Boots. Alright, backpack. We literally don't have any of the other ones. I hate that I keep doing that. The helmet definitely does not go with the rest of the outfit. We'll fix that in a minute. Backpack, you know, flowing cape instead. Absolutely. I'm not really noticing any difference between any of these. Cool. We have a banner as like S rank or whatever. There, we can go with that. Alright, let's take a look at that helmet, because it's gotta be a helmet that works better with this body set. Maybe that one? Like a embroidered gladiator helmet. You know, that actually might work pretty well. Okay, we will do the weird gladiator helmet thing. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright. So this is our character for survival. Be like this weird gladiator helmet thing. A big flowy cape. And like weirdly almost like Renaissance like outfit. There's the egg sequencer. I'm mostly checking stuff out because I haven't played in so long. I don't know what half the stuff is. Where I talked to you. So they just dead end. Yeah, I can't interact with them. Like, some of the stuff is probably expedition only stuff. Probably what all that is. Hello, like traveler. Here's safe. Very welcome. Iteration, a perfect fit. This place is designed to receive you. Ask about this place. Polo and Nod are best equipped to describe this place between places. They are here, not far, top of stairs. But, I mean, when I say you are perfect to fit here, it is not a home for most, but a niche in the stars where you are always welcome. Cool. You look surprised, traveler friend. Do you not remember Nada or I? You know I are always welcome in our little home. Let's see. Ask about the anomaly. Polo seems confused by my question. They maintain that this station has always been their home ever since they first met Nada and began its construction. Oh. You have nothing more to say. Alright. Non-polo drift between worlds and worlds. There are many. Have you seen them, traveler friend? Nada wishes they could. Nada regrets much. What am I hearing? Oh, there we go. Like, I remember you go in the anomaly and there was like a one side that have a weapon for you to check out. The other side, like, you'd have a weapon you could get for free from them. Or was it free? Okay. That still has a cost to it. So multi-tool research, I assume you need... Yes, multi-tools, yes. I have many multi-tools. Make them better, faster. Make them more. Right, so we can use our nanites to upgrade our tech. I remember that from the last time I played. Yep, I'll take it. Okay. Then you have the suit. These are all going to be really important to me, because these are the ones that are going to make it so I can better protect myself from the environment. Construction research. Starship research. So yeah, so nanites end up being kind of a useful thing. Alright. Now we got the portal where if I mark like a home base and get back to. Oh, is this like an Atlas key room kind of thing? Or not. I don't know what you are. Not an entity authorization required. Secondary simulation running. The machine hums, glowing with life and power that nerves me. The terminal is scrambled. Its display unreadable. Okay. Well, don't know what that is. Does learning the language carry over saves, or do you have to understand them because it's space station? You understand them because it's space station. But no, it doesn't. It doesn't carry over. I actually don't remember when you new game plus the game kind of thing, if anything carries over at all with that kind of stuff. So what I did when I first did my my permadeath run to win it kind of thing is there used to be, I don't know if it still works, there used to be a strategy where you can make really good money by just screwing up the market. There's just, it's very predictable, but you go in, I can't remember the exact formula and how you do it, but you'd screw up the market one place, make a bunch of money, you'd leave that system and go to the next place.
Hostile scan detected.
No, thank you.
Warning. Threat detected.
No, thank you.
Ships approaching.
Nah, I'm good. All right. We just basically canceled the attack. All right. Meanwhile, I forgot I had that Gek artifact thing on me, so let's go ahead and drop that off, see what we can sell it for. Because we're going to need to be focusing on trying to get better ships and that kind of stuff. We'll also see what our quests I can take here for nanites. Like, once we can establish ourselves in a way that we make good money, then a lot of stuff gets easier. And you assume we can't do anything with this yet. Yeah, I didn't think so. So you won't work with me, you'll give me basic missions. I mean, I'm trying to actually talk to you. I'll take your carbon as well. Okay. So we had that one. Take a photo on an airless world. Sure. Kill random creatures. Sure. I'm not going to tangle with the Sentinel. Locate missing person I cannot take because I do not have a high enough mercenary standing. You go to Galactic Trade Hub. I would like to sell. So I have navigational data is actually worth pretty okay amounts. Alright, so not high demand, but that's still a lot of money. Same here. Even the rusted metal has actually pretty okay payout. Alright. So we're sitting at 50,000. I'm not gonna worry about that. Where's my ship? I think the way we'll deal with ships is we'll try and take our luck at finding wrecked ships, fix them up. Okay. So is there a good place to check on my quests? Companion Rester. Bite Beat Library. With ship view. Probably out here. Making money. Okay. We got a bunch of this stuff. Log. Finally at this interface. Space anomaly. So I don't even think you have to do those missions. I believe you can literally just go to the center of the galaxy and win the game. It just takes you a while to get there. Alright.
Thank you Buddy Fox for subscribing for 19 months. I'm at work so you're muted, but hey hi and god dang I love this game.
Thank you, Buddy Fox, for the tier 1 sub. I realize you're muted, you won't hear this. That's fine, I'm going to say it anyways. But thank you for supporting the channel for 19 months. It's a heckin' long time, so I really do appreciate that continued support. And I do hope you have been having yourself a good time at your workday and all that. But I hope you're enjoying your advertisement-free viewing as well as access to email. And thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, so let's see. They want me to explore a whole bunch of stuff in the system. Community research. Keeping up with the Jovians. Okay. So we need to find Deoxite, primarily found on frozen worlds. Okay. We need to find an airless planet, and we need to kill a bunch of animals. Alright, so that's a corrosive planet. And sadly, I can't really see the thing behind it. Tropical planet. A basalt planet. If you're a descent planet, well, none of these match what you're looking for. And I don't believe we have the thing that I could jump between systems yet, if I'm not mistaken. We can find out.
Orbital station coordinates received.
Cool. Right. So what do I need to make a hyperdrive? I need 5 microprocessors and chromatic metal. And I believe the chromatic metal I have to hit a ground planet and collect metals. So let's see which of these planets looks like it's going to be the most promising for getting metals. So that has copper, so that we could definitely get it on that planet. That also has copper. That's probably the most dangerous planet we have in the system. They're not really kitted to fight anything meaningful. You also have copper and all that. So every planet here will work. I believe we started... No, I think we started the moon to this giant planet here. So it's a corrosive planet. We'd definitely find animals on a corrosive planet. Let's go for the tropical, I think.
Hostile scan detected. Warning. Threat detected.
I guess we're at the fight.
Hostile ships approaching.
Oh. That's weird.
Hostile ships defeated.
Suspicious packet arms. Okay. Back to what I was doing. Okay. So our hull took some damage, but like... we didn't actually get hurt. Got pockets of water. There's no building at that unknown building. Alright. Okay.
Received.
There's a tropical planet. Hey, Sentinel buddy.
Units received.
Can we be chill about this? That's what a big tower thing. Okay. It's really kind of interesting how like for such hostile systems, we're not really seeing that much that dangerous. So one thing you can do to make this a lot easier... What? Be cool, Sentinel. I'm not hurting anything. I'm just sciencing, alright? Surprisingly... we're not having anything violent or anything going on here. Okay. Are you coming after me? Alright, no, you're just running. That's not what I wanted to do. Be cool. I didn't destroy it. Just an innocent accident. We don't have to go to war over this. Yet. Yeah, but interestingly enough, like, we don't seem to be having, other than like oxygen, we don't have like any environmental impacts I'm worrying about here. We learned the word for traveler. Now let's go back to my ship, check out the things nearby. Before we start wandering around too far. What is the thing that supposedly is the hard part of this planet? It's like, thus far, this planet seems like a tropical paradise. Which there are such things as paradise planets in this game, but I don't expect to find it that fast. Alright, so let's take a peek inside the buildings. And with that, I could probably scan for a shipwreck. Which, if you get lucky, can be a good way of getting a really big upgrade ship-wise. I like it because even if you get like a giant building, or a giant ship, like 90% of the systems will be busted in it. So it doesn't feel like cheesy because, okay, you get the giant ship that could eventually become amazing, but you gotta slowly fix it system by system. But it becomes kind of this, like, fun project ship. Could you not glitch the train, please? I just have to murder a few of you. Alright, there's a couple more animals I could scan down there. I thought, well, no, this isn't the corrosive world. This is the tropical world. We looked at the corrosive world. I was like, let's just check the next one. There's a good chance there's anything dangerous on the planet. It'll show up when we get to nighttime.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
All right. Keep getting distracted. Let's see what we can do with the building over here. What was that? Let's see what we can do with this. Because I believe with this you could put up a radio signal or something of that nature where you can be like, hey, show me where there's a downed ship or whatever. That might be a different thing. But remember, these buildings have their uses. Alright. Or maybe this is the building that when you're... Oh, I think it was just the building that when you're doing the main quest you use it. I'll terminus access network traffic low, access records. There's no incoming calls. Logs from previous thing, access the logs. Cool. Yeah, so this isn't what I thought it was. This is the thing when you're doing the main quest and you start talking to like the other person.
Units received. Units received.
Alright, well. We have tons of good resources on this. Oh, it was location service unavailable. Got impulse beans, knowledge stones, silver deposit, knowledge stone. That's fine. We went to the doctor today, and I was told the reason I got headaches every day is because I'm too hydrated. Well, imagine being pale because you drank too much water. I don't understand. You speak madness. Everything I've ever learned has told me that's not a thing. It is a thing. You can actually get too much water.
Units received.
But usually that's like the whole worry of like demineralizing yourself. You found wheat, for what it's worth. Buried technology module, buried technology module. Alright, so what we'll do is, since we're on a pretty relatively calm planet, terrain manipulator. So I need 2 dehydrogen, 1 nano. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons because I don't remember my controls. You I do too much oxygen, if I remember correctly. Yeah, no, it's the classic. Literally everything too much of can be dangerous to you. All right, so I need dehydrogen. A subterranean organic structure.
Units received.
Sure. Okay, so I actually have to dig it up. Alright, so let's look at... Oh, I need a second carbon. Okay, so I don't need one more of those. Oh, do you have more dehydrogen there? Oh, I got tons of dehydrogen in the ship. Alright.
Life support power low.
Yeah, normally I'm trying to be conservative on a lot of this stuff. At least till we're like really, really well established. But mounds are mounds, and you know. I need to remember to use this thing.
Technology recharge.
Okay, so I believe standing this close I should be able to make what I'm looking for. Alright, we can go to our multi-tool. We now have the terrain manipulator.
Technology installed.
We'll get that on there.
Technology installed.
We'll get that set up to do that. I'll need 3 carbon tubes. Okay, so I need more carbon. Oh, and I need to recharge you.
Technology recharge.
Exotic, easily confused. Okay. You see nothing, Sentinel. Be cool, man. Alright. Get away from that Sentinel a little bit farther. Alright, it's coming down the hill more, so we can just keep moving. Got buried cache. A buried mineral formation. Oh, is this thing charged? Okay. Would you back off, Sentinels? Yeah, you back off. Alright, that's not what I actually wanted to do. Trying to remember the button for switching. Be cool. All right. Armored clams and all that. Hazardous flora. Oh, come on. We're cool, we're cool, we're cool. I barely touched it. We're cool, we're cool, we're cool. Don't be mad. So I guess the Sentinels are the hazard on this planet because... they're pretty much all over the place. Just go away. So the problem is, if I attack the Sentinel, it'll summon others and I have to get in a fight, and I don't even have my initial weapon. Which is why I'm being so careful about kicking off fight. Plus, the Sentinels can be an easy way to die if you're not particularly well prepared for them. So you're all the way down there. Advanced lasers. A mineral record. Got another Sentinel keeping its eye on me. Yeah, so it's a busy system Sentinels wise. Which other planet have I scanned already? Discoveries. We have discovered, I think, all the flora and minerals, and we have 6 more animals to check out. I suspect some of them will be... Okay. I suspect some of the animals will be aquatic animals. There's the like pools of water.
Units received. Units received.
An underground cave system sounds.
Units received.
That's no.
Oxygen levels critical.
Okay, that would have been a terrible way to die. I even thought about this. The reason I didn't move out very far is like, man, I'm not gonna be able to find my way back to the random tunnel in the wall. So I did take a little damage there, which we don't have a whole lot of health to work with.
Technology installed.
Okay, got all that stuff. Oh, and my water thing is not recovering on its own. That's not my favorite. Oh, weird. It's staying damaged. Yeah, sushi? Nice. Alright, come on, give me a bunch more carbon. Nope, 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 you see nothing, you see nothing? Those things are really annoying. Go for a little jog and then we'll try harvesting some more. We need to switch to a plant that doesn't have nearly as much a presence of them. Is the sushi in your pocket, or are you just happy sashimi? I see what you did there. It's certainly a thing. Okay. Let's get the heck off this awful planet. Like, the planet itself seems so chill, but every time I start harvesting, the sentinels are right there, ready to rock and roll. They've avoided the fight so far, but I'd rather deal with just straight up, it's hot outside, it's cold outside, it's toxic outside. Because at least then I can harvest in peace and I just have to duck back in my ship from time to time. Okay, so supposedly this is damaged on my suit?
Component repaired.
Alright, let's just get out of here. It's not a bad planet. Oh, go away, I'm behaving.
Units received.
Yeah, already got those.
Units received.
Just keep checking just in case some of the animals we haven't found yet show up. Because I'm pretty sure you get a significant bonus if you fully search a planet. Like you find all of the animal species, you get a pretty significant bonus. Literally touch one thing, Sentinel. We'll go to the corrosive planet or something. The irony in the literal toxic planet being way less awful than just what would otherwise be a fairly tropical paradise. Because the Sentinels just won't go away. Because like, if I fight them, all that happens is we just turn around and more will show up later. Yeah, I suspect those underwater tunnels, most if not all the animals are probably down there. Alright. And we're almost back to our ship. There's nothing to see, man. I'm behaving. Can't get out of my way. Okay, so I can use the starship launch fuel. And starship launch fuel requires metal plating.
Technology recharge.
Alright. I should have used it right then. I had one more. Okay, so let's get off this planet. Because until I actually have equipment to make me decent at fighting things, I should not tangle with sentinels, because they will escalate as you fight them. Incoming transmission source unknown. You are not alone. Please identify yourself. Remain silent. I know you can hear me speak, I beg you. Remain silent. Art, Immedies, life, all I want was an answer. I did not need to end this way. End transmission. you putting me at? I didn't really necessarily want to do this because I don't even believe you have to do this part of the quest. I literally believe you just go to the center of the galaxy to do it. But like, I need to go to this planet anyways. Because plus, this quest actually gets ridiculously dangerous in the later parts. There's like an entire thing where you have to like run across the planet with sentinels attacking you the whole time. Unless they've changed it. But at least this finds me a place I can land. And that's a better place to land, so goodbye, whatever that is. Because I believe you don't pay launch fuel if you land on a landing pad itself. Alright. As I approach the electronic life form, it instinctively starts to analyze me from head to foot. They chitter animatedly, their head tilting one side, stationed on such a hostile, toxic world. They must see very few novelties. And we don't know a single word of what they said. I mime that I know little of their kind and how they communicate. In response, the lights on their mask flash repeatedly in a series of 3, building up in intensity. Sure. You actually want the better one. Mild disappointment. They taught me the word for entity. The 3 I'm assuming means they wanted the highest quality because that's like 3-star whatever. Do you... Yes, they're both C quality. You usually can snag some data or something out of here. Oh yeah, they changed this. I remember that. Alright. So you can purchase components or blueprints. So blueprints are things that we can use to upgrade later. I obviously don't have anywhere near enough nanites to do anything. And components just straight up give me parts for my ship and all that. It can be a good way of bypassing some stuff. Maybe if you have the money, you can just bypass certain things you need to make just by going to them. What?
Toxic protection falling.
Weird.
Units received. Toxic protection stabilizing.
Oh, sentinels, go away. All right.
Units received. Toxic protection falling. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Okay. So we checked out both of those. Let's check out the destroyed things here. I didn't notice that I filled up my inventory already. Let's deal with that. Okay. Alright, so we can start taking the things that we don't need on our person and toss those over to the ship. And what are you? Navigational data. And the rest is all just raw materials I probably want to bring. I'll actually take that back. There. And all the rest of the materials I probably want to keep on my person for, you know, not committing die.
Toxic protection falling. Units received.
I can save that. I do like that it used to be a thing that when you hit that, like, zoom out and do a whole thing. And I found that ended up being incredibly dangerous when I was trying to get stuff done. Because, like, the environment would be killing you and it'd do the zoom out thing, and you're like, no, now's not a good time, friend. Please. Alright, damage machinery.
Units received.
Alright.
Units
There's certain interactables who do that still. Yeah. No, it's just those ones, it was like all the time you'd be tagging those, because back then there wasn't so many like side missions and all that you could do.
falling.
So you'd just sit there and, you know, do the one, like, you know, run around, explore the surface. Because I'm trying to remember, it was, oh, right, to upgrade your backpack, you had to explore the surface. That these little things that look like little coffins you'd climb into. And they could, it's like, they can increase your backpack capacity, and there's something else they could do. That both were desirable things. No, there was 3 things they could do, I think. But either way, it was just one of those things that you'd run around trying to do all this.
Toxic protection falling. Units received.
Alright, so we need to hustle back to our ship. I'm gonna need to chase down that point of interest thing, because it keeps making it so I can't, like, I have to keep toggling my thing. It keeps toggling it back. So I'll have to deal with that. Alright. Okay. Just waiting for talking. They still exist. You can buy maps to those. And to give exosuits upgrades and cargo and tech slots. Okay. Yeah, I remember that used to be the only way to get them. Nowadays, you just go from one station to another and just get them, like, at the stations real fast. Which I don't have a problem with, like, that being more streamlined. Alright. So where do you want me to actually go?
Toxic protection.
Right. Oh yeah, no, that's the thing. I think they go up as either like 50% or double every single upgrade. But like, I don't know about now, but there's so many ways you could cheese money back in the day.
Units received. Units received.
Hey, there's the duping thing, but you didn't even have to go that far. There was the whole thing, I don't know if it's still a thing where you could take materials you have at a market, you could crash the price, buy up a whole bunch of them, go to the next system, sell it all, crash the price, buy up all of them, go to the next system, crash the price.
Units received.
Like, I remember doing that.
Toxic protection. Falling. Units received.
And we might end up digging a tunnel in the wall down here. Salt.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Why is this not considered indoors?
Units received. Units received.
That's important. That's actually the main reasons we're here. Alright.
Units received. Units received.
You mean you understand? Let's see. Just going around the reverse, destroying the economy? Absolutely. That's just how the universe works. I'm trying to remember. If I just yank the ground from underneath them... I don't get the material. Okay. I had to test. It's been a long time. Like I said, it is one of those things that copper is one of the big things I'm here for, because you need to process into the better material.
Toxic protection. Falling.
That's the reason why I just straight up ignored the scanners, like, oh, this is the thing I'm here for. Those are some sheer cliffs. Okay. Yeah, it definitely seems like things adjusted, because like we're on the hardest difficulty settings the game has. And I definitely remember the last time when I did the achievement, that it was really brutal.
Toxic protection. Falling.
It's not a knowledge thing either. Like, I remember you just had to like run across the surface, like try and find a little pocket you could duck into for a little while, recover your stuff, run out for a little bit, get the next materials, run back until you had what you need to get going. Well, I'd say, one little pocket left over there.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Because once you're able to get to the space station, it's kind of fine. Yeah. If maybe get a bad roll in the first fight, you should just restart, otherwise it's scary. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I did it with some... Why is that not continuing to build up? Hey, Radamant, thank you so much for the raid. If I can get a shout out for Radamant, please. Thank you, Radamant, for the 100 biddies. Really do appreciate that. For those who have not checked out Radamant before, absolutely fantastic content creator on the platform. Plays a variety of games, like playing some... Oh, you're also playing No Man's Sky. Excellent. Playing stuff like No Man's Sky, Project Zomboid, RimWorld, a whole bunch of good stuff. So if any of that sounds good, don't forget to drop follow and you check that in the future. I am noticing that we used to be able to just chop into the ground real fast to get shelter from the stuff. That doesn't seem to work anymore. Not too worried about that, really.
Technology recharge.
Yeah, playing materials. Yeah. But welcome in, Raiders. I am Rual Storge. I do play a variety of games here on Twitch. Most known for my exploits of Project Zomboid, where I used to hold the world record for the highest kill count run ever streamed. That said, that record has been beaten.
Toxic protection. Falling.
But I do play a variety of games. So I play stuff like RimWorld. I played Oxygen Not Included. Yeah, it's only at Natural Caves. Yeah, it didn't used to be that way. Like, that's... I already had the achievement for doing this, but it was like right when the game dropped. I did it right away. So now it's kind of like...
Thank you, Ionek, for gifting a sub to Infinity Simplex.
Thank you, Ionek, for gifting that tier 1 sub to Infinity Simplex. Infinity Simplex, you now have yourself some nice advertisement free viewing as well as access to the emotes, whether you want them or not. And thank you, Senchi Cookie, for the 100 biddies. I really do appreciate it. Kicking off a hype train. I see what you're doing here. Okay, so the water is bad time. But thank you for all that support. It does mean a lot. I also remember, like, the way you walked on planets back in the day, because there's no vehicles, I think,
Toxic protection.
is you just straight up do this thing where What was the buttons for it? You'd like do your elbow thing and like launch yourself forward. It got really awful to like watch. Eventually you'd stop doing it because not
Thank
wanting
you
to.
sentient_cookie for gifting a sub to the Merry Miner.
Thank you, Sentry Cookie, for gifting that. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Thank you, Sentry Cookie, for gifting 5 subs to the community. So, the Merry Miner, Captain Brody.
Thank you sentient_cookie for gifting a sub to Captain_Brody.
J Dopey, Kazanir, and Ronnie Jax. You now have yourself some nice advertising for brewing, as well as access to the emotes, whether you want it or not. So, thank you for that.
Thank you sentient_cookie for gifting a sub to JD0Pay.
I'll just get myself hurt. Don't mind me. Baz, thanks so much for all that support.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Look.
Thank you sentient_cookie for gifting a sub to Kazina.
I was going to make the joke like, look, there's no toxic protection from YouTube comments.
Thank you sentient_cookie for gifting a sub to Ronnie Jax 987.
Toxic protection. Falling.
The ancient marker hums at a frequency that burrows deep into your being, filling me with the voice of the Korvax echoes. The knowledge paves the way to understanding and probability. The Atlas spoke in fragments. The Atlas interfaces are their shadows. The monoliths are their scattered children. Together, they convey the wisdom of the infinite. They must be understood. Seek knowledge of the past. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Let's... Historic data revealed. Alright, now before I start dying...
Technology recharge. Toxic protection. Falling.
Yeah, keep going. But yeah, we got all the settings maxed out, so like when we harvest things, they get way less. So the environment's supposed to be like truly awful and all that. But we just started the run. You see nothing, Sentinel. Mind your business. Your face is still numb? Aw. That's no fun. But yeah, so like, the plan we have going on for today's stream, for those who weren't here at the beginning, is we're starting out this No Man's Sky run because we have a poll we run on the Discord, and it's what people vote that they want to see the most. I haven't quite decided what we're going to do in the second half stream, because I do stream 11 hours, 6 days a week. So one of the ways I keep it fresh and interesting, and that way I also don't burn out, is halfway through stream we switch games.
Toxic protection.
Usually what I'll do is when it gets time to switch games, which isn't for good at least another hour and a half, if not longer. Then usually what I'll do, what is the plus signs? Oh, they're the medical boxes. I'll put up a poll in chat and all that, so that people can vote on what they like to see. Most of the time I do it, not always. Sometimes I do include the game that I've been playing for the stream, if I'm like really just jamming on it. Other times I won't. Okay, we're taking our time just wandering across the surface.
Protection. Falling.
Do you deep? I don't think you're going deep enough to count as a cave, sadly. Nope. Sometimes even if it doesn't truly make a ledge above you, you can like just squeeze up against the wall and it's close enough that it'll be like, yeah, you're fine.
Falling. Technology recharge.
I need to mentally get myself locked into
Toxic protection.
use the menus. Whoa, you just have chromatic metal without, like, the middle steps? Thank you. It's probably like 1 unit per rock or something. It's literally 1 unit per rock. Okay. So it's there. It's just horrifically inefficient. Still, that's good to know. And thank you for the hype train. We had 6 subs, 200 biddies, so I really do appreciate all that support. It does mean a lot. Oh, wait. Alright. So move on to the next place so you can get materials. Not seeing any caves along this whole way. Have I tried Humanities? Yes. Sadly, it did not run for me, so I ultimately end up having to refund it. Like, I did some troubleshooting for it and all that and just couldn't get to run. My intent is whenever they come out with their next major update, like, properly major update, I'll try again. It's a bummer, because it actually seemed like a pretty solid game. Like, I played the, like, really early build they did for, like, Steam Next Fest over a year ago. And that was honestly not in a really good place. But even just the footage I've seen other people making is, like, way better than the experience I had then.
Toxic protection. Falling.
It's a bit concerning that we haven't seen a cave at all in a while. Yeah, it's fun for a while, but still needs a lot more content. Yeah, the one thing I'll go with.
Falling.
Okay. Like, the one thing I've been kind of
Technology reach.
like really forgiving. It's like, yeah, considering how early access it is, it's not in a bad place really.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Oh, I didn't realize I just hold it there and it. Okay, sure. That's not what I was expecting to find. There are no signs of life. There's only static and broken communication. Extract the records. Whatever the message once was here, the scramble beyond recovery. All I extract is the pilot's name. Artemis. Whoever they were, they're long gone. The only uncorrupted data is an upgrade from my beam. It looks like Stata Products Alley plays more like State Decay. Yeah, it's kind of in between. It's nowhere near as fast paced as like State Decay is. And it doesn't have like that strong community focus. But it's nowhere near like the slow and methodical that is Project Zomboid. Okay, it looks like there's a cave up there. So what are the location services for quest things, or what triggers that to be meaningful?
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
Yep, we're safe. Alright, give me just a moment. My wife reached out, I just need to quickly touch base with her. Oh, come on, stop. Alright. Sorry about that. Trying to take care of some planning stuff that we got going on a couple days. But we don't have a lot of time where one of us isn't busy doing something in the meantime.
Falling.
I also don't know what the down arrow means. Maybe it's because there's the sack thing down there? Down arrow is a display bug? Oh, okay. I was getting tempted to start chasing stuff down. I was like, alright, wait a second. I'm basically out of inventory space. I'll go over here for the sodium. Alright. Now, the first time I did this, so far as the going for the hardcore, like, permadeath thing, like, the first time I succeeded at it, I basically set up shop in a system and then just ground up an absurd amount of materials. And then once I had all the materials, I just kind of beelined for the core. I'm not going to do that this time because that probably wouldn't be fun to watch me continually doing another one trade after the other. What? What? Yeah, those are buried. We can pretend those are buried. What's it trying to tell me? Oh.
Technology installed.
It's not ready to move yet, but... There you go.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Okay, let's quickly deal with this.
Technology recharge.
And throw out the junk.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Oh, I can just reach it. Yep, those are buried. Don't worry about it. So you can see there's a cave down there. And more sodium way down there. Okay. Oh, right. I hadn't intended to walk across the water before, but then I took an unexpected plunge, and then just kind of went for it. But there's like a sandbar or whatever here. We'll just use that. And the reason I'm not running everywhere and just like jetpacking like again and again is that burns your air way faster. Later on when I've got my air so incredibly secure, I just don't even need to think about it. I'll be a little bit more mobile. I mean, honestly, nowadays we have like the rovers and everything. I'll just take like a rover and drive around. But I don't have that yet. Take that copper, because I want that.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Alright, I need to either find a cave or I need to hustle. Because I had some sodium to spare. Not that much sodium.
Inventory full.
I like free Starship launch fuel.
Protection falling. Technology recharge. Toxic protection falling. No free slots in suit inventory.
I knew that was coming. Bum. Doing some last little touch-ups here. That'll do.
Toxic protection falling.
There is salt, but I don't actually have room for it. Oh, hey, this works out conveniently. That'll be a place I can recover as our journey, and we haven't explored it yet, I don't believe. So cool.
Toxic protection stabilizing.
You go check the other one. There's a little beacon thing here for me somewhere.
Toxic protection stabilizing.
Nice place. Yeah, it's those things you always find these places though, and there's like no one here. Most of the time. Like occasionally you find people here, but now we can learn a new word. No new critters to deal with.
Protection falling.
Alright. I learned what the word for is. Alright, there's our ship. We can probably sell some stuff here, even though we probably won't get a good price for it. Okay. And I do appreciate the now not doing the thing where it's like, the thing you're looking for is over there. It's like, but I'm not looking for it. Because I'm mostly worried about for this playthrough getting to the center of the galaxy. We're just doing some prep work to try and make it so we'll have a much better chance of succeeding. Can't remember if you have a store here or not. I don't think you do. Oh, you do actually. Okay, so let's switch to selling. Yeah, so that's for construction blueprints. So I could sell that for a boatload of money. I think I'm gonna do that. Probably regret it later, but that'd be good. You can sell a bunch of that stuff. Alright. So we're doing pretty good. We're at 400,000. That weapon wasn't that good. But... oh yeah, I meant to kill a bunch of animals on this for nanites. Let's first go in here real fast. So we're not dealing with the toxic and all that. And start working some of these systems we've been neglecting. Okay. Oh, it's being like, you need to make it. I understand. Stop harassing me. Alright. You want me to make
Technology installed.
that. Alright, so before we go too far. Chip is beep booping. Yep. So drop in
Technology recharge.
that, and where's the copper? So you do your thing while I get everything else set up. Alright, so we have the multi-tool. So, let's see. 2 wiring looms are what we need for that. But let's start with the starship. Because the hyperdrive is the thing that actually is blocking us. So I need 3 more microprocessors. Which I do not have the technology to make. So we won't worry about that at the moment. We have the exosuit. Those are all built. There's nothing more to do with that. So we're at multi-tool. They got a bunch of things we built here. We got the weapon here. That needs 2 more nanotubes. Which I will need more of. Alright. That stopped running. You can put another stack of copper. Okay. So you're like halfway there. Yeah, both those will need more. I can make the ion battery. Get those on in for inventory. Yeah, so I'm trying to remember. I remember wiring looms were a thing that were hard to get a hold of. And as you can see, it's like most of these technologies, that's the blocker, is the wiring loom. Oh, right. I need more carbon. Unfortunately, I got the Sentinel hovering around me.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Okay, let's grab a bunch of carbon real fast.
Technology recharge.
I'm pushing my carbon supply anyways.
Toxic protection. Falling.
So I still need to kill a bunch more animals. Alright, let's get back to the ship real fast. That should be a decent amount of carbon as well as some compressed carbon.
Toxic protection falling. Toxic protection.
Okay. They're getting all sorts of stuff. Yeah, ships be booping. That's what the ships do in this game. Yeah, so we'll just recover this a bit. We'll run over there. Okay. So I'm still surprised we haven't had any storm events yet. Actually, let's go ahead and put more copper in while we got it. Okay, so that should help us get more of our systems online, because we don't quite have our hyperdrive yet, which does restrict us to one system. That said, we're in pretty good shape. So we're missing wiring looms for those two. Now I just need to make the carbon tube. You're missing some microprocessors. Let's go ahead and just plug that in, though. Alright, and that takes care of this.
Technology recharge.
Alright. Let's move some of the stuff over to the ship real fast. So I don't think I have immediate use for it. Okay. Alright, so I think that's what I need to upgrade my weapon. So now we got our bolt caster. Alright, so we do have a mission to kill animals.
Toxic protection falling.
Let's try and get into the cave and see if we can't find the animals in the caves. Because I can go down the caves and just start breaking up a bunch of stuff. Kill animals as we see them. Get that knocked out.
Toxic protection stabilizing.
Alright. Why kill them? I got asked to, and the person's gonna pay me to, so it's completely unavoidable now. The moment payment was involved, you know, there's no way I would say no. Okay, just killing all that. That's why you can't have nice things? Yes. Ultimately money. That's what it is here. It's ultimately money. Yeah, so this time I have to buy the wiring looms. I vaguely remember needing to do that before. As long as you pay him to kill the cute critters. As long as you pay him. Yeah. This is what you gotta do, man. The cost of survival. Oh, not much down there.
Toxic protection. Falling.
I was hoping for more wildlife down here. There's like plenty of the bird things above, but I don't know how easy it'll be to actually do anything with the bolt cache, which is not exactly the most accurate weapon. That's a weird, very solid sheer face. Alright, we'll probably go up and above and I guess just start shooting at birds. This game was like it was like 11 or 13 of them that we had to kill. One thing we can potentially do is I'm trying to remember, I want to say you take the time to convert these into like these packs. So I do that. Instead of just recovering a little bit.
Technology recharge.
It's a full recovery, so you get a lot more mileage out of it.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Oh, right. Really?
Technology recharge.
You don't want to be reliant on sodium. You can craft ion batteries with ferrite and cobalt. Yeah, I need. That's just literally what it's doing right there. Is like, oh, I need to get more ferrite dust. All right. Okay.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Just grabbing all like the regular materials. I see a sentinel in the distance. As long as it minds its own, we'll be okay.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Alright. It's probably time to get back in the cave or the ship.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Okay, are there... No signs of animals nearby. And I remember it's, and especially because I recall, like, a lot of times when you go into the caves, you'll find stuff that's mostly, mostly ferrite and some cobalt, or like you'll find the point is you find cobalt in the caves pretty reliably. You also find little trace amounts of oxygen and sodium in there. I actually use the menus like I keep saying I need to.
Technology recharge.
Alright. So I can go up here. That won't get me out. I just gotta deal with this way. That's not what I want.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Yeah, they're too far away to be effective. There are land animals here, we haven't seen them in a while. Like the skies are full. Alright. We might not worry about these. Oh, wait. And salvage data seems to be particularly of value. Let's just get off this planet. Run, little burbs. They didn't have to run. I couldn't quite reach them. Yeah, no, probably. It's fine. I'll probably end up just abandoning the quest and not worrying about it. Just go here, get our wiring looms and wire. Not like that. I don't want to do the Archimedes. Is there anyone out there outside of that? Something's wrong. Ask what is wrong. A stranger, what is wrong? There's a monopause. They only hear sound as background noise because of radiation. You found me. There's so little light. I thought I'd never hear another soul again. I really did. How did you find my voice? Say you found a crash ship. You tell a stranger about the abandoned shipwreck I found with the communicator ID and a stress beacon. Began to mention the anomalous space station, but they cut me off. It's outside, but I think it's safe. There are 16 of them. Look for those. Ask about the 16. Fear and confusion danced in the eyes within the stranger. After a few moments of silence, they turned to me imploring. You don't know who you are, do you? You lied to me. It lied to all of. The sound cuts up and the face lingers. Yeah, so we don't actually need to do that. Stop. There you go. Pulse engine disengage, and let's go in here and sell some stuff. Okay, and we might be able to get into another system and start checking stuff out. Because I just gotta see what I need to still do for that. The engine. Alright, so what do I still need for you? 3 microprocessors. Right, I'm not gonna need the stuff on this side. We already did our pack upgrade in the system. What I will need is... Does this do anything? What are you? No, you're not. Okay, because I keep finding stuff that does stuff that I didn't know were things because I haven't played in so long. Alright, so sell. The salvage data here is, again, worth a pretty good chunk of change. I'm sure it's useful, but right now I kind of just need money.
Units received.
There's the pearls. There's the artifact.
Units received.
Alright. I didn't see I could... A black market modification for the plasma launcher. Well, I don't have the plasma launcher, so I'll just take the money. If I'm able. It doesn't look like I can. Which isn't super surprising, considering it referred to as a black market modification. Alright, so... let's look at potentially buying. You can sell for the nanites on the opposite side? Excellent. Alright, so... we're now looking at buying. So the question boils down to, at 600,000, am I better served trying to install hyperdrive, or will I be able to straight up buy a ship from someone else that already has one? You know, is an improvement.
Units received.
Okay. Yeah, because your microprocessor and wiring looms and all that are really expensive. That's a B-class ship. Gonna be way outside my price. Yeah, only about 14 million out of my price. All right. Like, sometimes you get lucky, and they'll be individually, they'll have like a ridiculous price for some things for you. But now it looks like it's pretty set. All it seems to be like the typical market here. Yeah, another B-class ship. Just a cool 126 million. All right, so yeah, we're not gonna be able to do with anything that soon. You said I could sell it for nanites. Probably right there. Is there a way to give you a ship? I wouldn't take it if you tried to give it to me. That would defeat the point of the challenge if someone just gave me a ship. Right, so here. Yep. No, that's all good. Generally speaking, in any game I play, I won't take things for free from anyone. That's just always the way I play games. All right. So we can get some stuff that are defensive ones. I'll probably put those more into the anomaly stuff. Alright, so we'd have to earn more money, which is not a big shocker. So we definitely need a better multi-tool. We need a bunch of these things. So I didn't really want to spend the money just buying microchips, but I think we are. I think that's what we're doing. We're just gonna buy some microchips and be done with it. Cause like you can find them, but I mean, we just buy them. Get to the next system. Maybe get some better choices for stuff. Cause I didn't see anywhere in the system that's like, this is where I want to set up a base. Like, the one planet that seemed pretty reasonable for it, had the unfortunate side effect of being awful.
Product received.
I can buy a wiring loom.
Product received.
With a wiring loom, I can get my personal force field turned on. So I need a warp cell and a warp cell requires antimatter, and antimatter requires chromatic metal and also housing. That actually won't be that bad. So it does look like I can't put down my refinery here to make the chromatic metal, which is a bummer. Hey, Zombosis. Going pretty good here. So we went to the corrosive planet, we went to the tropical one. Let's go one of the air planets here. Oh, nope, aggressive sentinels, nope, 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 nope. Not having any meaningful weapons? Nope, 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 nope. That's gonna be a nope. That was a tropical one we've been to. No, it's on the other side of this. Alright, so if we go to this planet, we should be able to just plop down our refinery thing. Run the refinery for a little while. Yo, that man, you were out there.
Technology recharge.
Class doesn't matter, there's always the living chips are always this. Yeah. That's the thing. Like I said, I generally, it doesn't matter what game I'm playing. What? Reject their lies, follows to freedom. Sure. One file check reveals no life signs, no further intelligent messages from the abandoned ship. But I want it. There's no one in it, and I want it. Let me has. Yeah, you don't. And as a reminder, like, please don't be like, oh, you need to follow that ship, like that kind of thing, or you'll super duper want it. It's probably, I've probably already done what this does, Came across a abandoned ship floating endlessly in the string. I mean, supposedly already set on it. So it's impervious to damage. Don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it like too much if it's just gonna not work right. That could be a thing, the living ship and all that. I just don't remember. I am doing permadeath and everything, so a lot of those are the ones that'll get me in trouble. Like, actually, when it first messaged it, I was like, do I want to stop in case, like, some kind of ambush thing? But we are doing permadeath. The goal here isn't to, like, full complete anything. It is just to survive to the middle of the universe. Like, we're not moving very far. Like, we haven't jumped out of system yet because I'm still repairing the hyperdrive. And I do plan on stopping here, so I'm not going to do the, So what are you? I still don't know, but it doesn't have a door. There's mechs there, so we're just gonna keep on moving on. And not worry about whatever the heck that is. Get trees a little nudgy nudge. Honestly, volcanoes are kind of cool. They didn't used to have that kind of, like, aesthetic. I got a bunch of sentinels floating around that one, too. 'Cause I'm not really equipped to deal with sentinels yet. There's part of the reason I'm being a lot more cautious. From permadeath, we're not yet established. Okay, that looks like a good one. And we got a sentinel right here. Did it tell me what the sentinel population was? I didn't. I'm sure it did. I just wasn't watching carefully. Hey, Strider. New player just found these things called metal fingers. I have no idea what those are. I have played this game extensively, but it has been so long, there's been so many updates since I played it, that a lot of stuff is pretty new to me. That is a room to break into. We're probably not doing it right now. Okay. I stand at terminal and watch the beacon from an unknown star endlessly play itself out on the screen. The pattern seems clear, but what to enter? Oh yeah, all these are around pattern movements. So if we look at this one, you'll notice the 38. So 38 starts in the right position, it goes to the middle position, that goes to left position. So then whatever the results should be here, the 8 should be on the left position and the 3 should be on the right. And we got right. I have discovered a location with the distant stars. I don't know what that symbol means. Oh, it's not even on the planet. Okay. Yeah, that requires the Atlas pass. But yeah, those pattern things, like when you first get them, they can take a little bit to like kind of learn one. But there are some of them that get pretty rough.
Thermal protection falling. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Okay.
Units received.
Why does it look like a dog pig?
Received.
It's just the way this planet be.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Thermal protection.
Okay.
Units received.
Need to get my. Well, that's cool. Whatever that is.
Units received.
Alright, we need to get inside to recover our shield a little bit more. Yeah, that one sentinel hovering around here, which is fine.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah, so you have whatever that was on the other planet. I don't really know what that symbol means, though.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Alright. I also don't remember what it's here for. Oh, I was here to make, Right. I wasn't even here because I needed resources on the planet. I was here because I had to set this thing up.
Falling.
And I couldn't set up on the station. Let's...
Technology recharge.
Okay, so I need more carbon. That is important. And we need... Oh. Helps if you turn it on. Oh, right. I'm supposed to be murdering the animals. I forgot about that.
Units received.
It's nothing personal, animals. I'm just being paid. You know how it is. I mean, I actually don't think they know how it is. But look, I'm being paid. It's not my fault. You know, for a rocky planet, this is actually pretty full of life. I mean, at least it is now that I've arrived. I don't know about,
Thermal protection.
you know, a little bit from now. But for the moment, it's full of life.
Units received. Units received.
I see that sentinel icon. I'm using the power of being slightly underground, though, so I can do nothing about it.
Units received. Units received.
Alright, we got a bunch of precious materials we can get down here. Can get sodium and ferrite dust. That sentinel out there is getting real upset that it cannot get to me. It just knows there's something happening down below. It wants not to be happening. And it just can't do anything about it because we use the power of slight change in terrain.
Thermal protection falling. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Okay.
Units received.
It'd be real nice when we get our mining tool and all that upgraded. Just the purpose of when it comes to mining being more efficient in both time and the amount of carbon burned. Okay.
Thermal protection falling.
Let's sprig them out for the moment. Hi, Sentinel. You see nothing, okay, buddy? No one needs to die here. Was that telling me? Yeah, I think the quest is done. I believe I have murdered enough innocent animals to satisfy the bloodlust of the quest.
Thermal protection falling.
Alright. So I should be able to do now is make the antimatter, make the warp cell, make the antimatter, make this, make a warp cell. Cool.
Technology recharge.
So that should give me 2 jumps out of that. It said I am really curious what that symbol means. We're going to go up here to the ancient ruin. I'm assuming the ancient ruin is going to be the same sort of thing that we've run into where, not in this playthrough yet, but we have like all the different ruins, a bunch of the things where you learn words and all that. I also don't know what the chest symbol is on the map either. But I figured for the moment, I don't mind chasing around ghosts, as it were. See what we can learn, all that kind of stuff, get more resources. And eventually we'll start doing our trek towards the center of the galaxy. Like I said, I'm not going to do what I did the other one, which is, when I did this myself, I just hoarded wealth. I found a safe way to make money, and just stuck to it, until I accumulated so much wealth I could kind of just there. Yeah. I don't know what keys are in the game. Those didn't used to be a thing. Still. Let's see what we got here. Hi, Sentinels. It's cool. Don't worry about it. I'm here on a purpose of, like, education and science. Alright. We learned the word the. Okay, that's fine. A brilliant light erupts from the ancient marker. It encircles me, engulfing my mind, and the memories and voice of the Korvax echoes. The dreams of the entities who once worshipped here become my own. As the Atlas interface drift alone in the endless void, they are silent. They are unknowable fragments of the ancient whole. Yet the imprint of the time and the space molds our existence. They are the equation, the life is its answers. Through their monoliths, they give understanding and boundless meaning to our things. So, the seek the knowledge of the past tells us we're a nearby thing, and the seek help with the language learns words. I learned the word two. Where's my ship? There's the ship. Alright. So we've learned things. Still, it was good to figure out that symbol. Oh, you're saying... Oh, I missed one. You're not seeing anything underground here. Like, you do remember those kind of things where you have the ones where you do, like, lots of digging and all that to find a bunch of good stuff. We have learned the word convergence. Excellent. That is a great one of our first words. We know to the Korvax Traveler and convergence. Oh, and is. We also know the word is. Definitely the next word we need to know was convergence. Took you like 220 hours to learn 912 Gek words. There was a way to get the words not too bad. Again, this is going back to me going on memory from way early on. There was tricks that you could get the words pretty quick. Because I do remember it was to the point that I could go to almost any of the species, and it was only like in every third or fourth time I talked to them, I'd have like a word or two missing. So check this thing out. It's another ancient ruin. Yeah, no, I remember the way it worked back in the days. You could ask the person the word a couple of times, and eventually they would have like a go away kind of thing where they would stop answering. But yeah. But you could get a good couple words out of one person. Another ancient ruin here we'll check out. An ancient key. You need to play Words on Stream with the aliens. This is new to me.
Inventory full.
Oh, tell me Starship's out range. Alright, well we'll need to drop this out of my inventory.
No free slots in ship inventory.
Yeah, so we need to do some shopping here in a moment. Like, this is kind of cool that it's actually like a full-on ruin that's just buried here. I know I'm wasting my resources by digging around here, but you know, now I'm really curious about this. Ruin that you're ruining? No, it's archaeologist. It's you're learning about by ruining it. Okay. So. I need to find all the fragments. The thing I find curious is you hit this, and I can't seem to mine through it. It says there's an artifact down there. Yeah, is that just like it's bugged in the terrain, so this is kind of a doomed thing? Because I know that did happen before sometimes with different events. That sometimes you just have the position of a specific base doesn't work. Because going by the hunch, I probably have to get all of the keys. Just don't find me, alright? So good news, they can't reach me, so I can probably literally just wait them out. Like, they keep redetecting me from time to time, but my hope is I can just wait them out and they'll go away. I was about to be like, this is how this ends. See? They never stood a chance.
Technology recharge.
You said something about changing its size? Oh, okay, this isn't actually solid. It just takes time to charge. Yeah, no, I remember seeing like the graviton ball. I was like, I remember this is a desirable thing. Or not. Huh. Okay. I have 3 keys. I have 1 in the starship. Ah, that's probably 1 in the starship. Okay. There's some up there too. Oh, that's a bad idea. You see nothing, you see nothing, you see nothing. We're cool, we're cool, we're cool. Aha! They'll lose interest sooner or later. Look, chat, it was worth a lot of money. I couldn't not do it. Everything is fine. Like nothing ever happened.
Technology prepared.
Okay. A mutated podgal fruit. Approximately 893 years old. Cool, I guess? I'm mostly looking around to see... That's the one that's underground I couldn't reach. So I use a tool leveling on this place? Okay. Yeah, looks like an actual dig site. Yeah, now I can see that. I'm just sitting there going, I have these tunnels. It seems like the AI really struggles with them. Now, granted, I could certainly see like we had the bad luck where an enemy like clips to the ground like they're not supposed to. Well, no, I already looted the big box. I already got my prize out of it. I was checking to see if there's any more of the gravitational ball things. Jettison pod? I don't even know what that is. Alright, so I think get all the really fun goodies out of here. Why does it seem to be like so narrowly focused now? Hit I. So keep in mind, I actually don't use the QWERTY keyboard. There we go. Alright. Okay, so he did manage to reset back. Alright. Oh, well that's not that exciting. That said,
Toxic protection falling.
the keyboard to use, I use what's known as a Dvorak keyboard. It's just a different layout. It kind of just takes me a moment to like switch back and forth. So like for the record, the game just works with the Dvorak keyboard because it's actually made properly. Because that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize when it comes to developing games and all that. You can set up your computer, like your computer game, to go, you know, the T key does this, the Y key does that. Or you can sit there and say the key at position whatever does this, and then you do a translation of the key at that position, which is just numeric. So it'd be like the key at position 43 might happen to be your Y key. So it's the key at position 43 does this. That way, whether someone's using, you know, QWERTY, Acerty, Dvorak, Workman, any of the many other layouts there are out there, that all of them would just work. Sadly, you do run into a decent number of games that, you know, they're just none the wiser. Why do you use the keyboard? What are the layout, the benefits? So when you look at the QWERTY keyboard, it's not that it was specifically made to be inefficient, but it was made for purposes of being more efficient on a typewriter, where the issue was you had the little arms that go back and forth to hit the paper, and you hit certain ones that jam on each other. And so they deliberately tried to push the letters that were most commonly used away from each other to minimize the amount of that type of knocking into each other. So when you look at, for example, your home row, you have letters like K on your home row, where the way your hands naturally sit, the home row is the area that requires the least amount of movement for your fingers, and therefore does the least amount of repetitive strain. Versus when you have to like reach up or down, you add ridiculously more strain. So for me, I switched to Dvorak as a means of trying to prevent carpal tunnel syndrome. I had gotten a it wasn't carpal tunnel, it was a median nerve compression, which is like a precursor to carpal tunnel. And so, because that's the actual thing that goes in your carpal tunnel, hence the name. But so what I ended up doing is switching layouts and doing a whole bunch of stuff. And that's with us already doing a lot of stuff for ergonomics to try and protect my hands. But in this particular case, there you go. Huh. Those don't seem to be worth nearly as much as we were expecting. Still. It's still an easy 100,000. Oof, sorry, that came out of nowhere. My apologies. But, now that, on the other hand, is an easy 600,000, so give me that. I think we're just gonna take the grab balls right now. But yeah, so no, it's around that. But the point isn't specifically around the Dvorak thing. It's that there's just a lot of game companies that for whatever reason just assume everyone uses QWERTY, and that's not even remotely true. That you go to a lot of places in the world, like places where Spanish, you know, speak like Spanish and Portuguese are like the main languages. You'll see a bunch of stuff like French. You'll usually have a lot of people with different keyboard layouts because it's better accommodating of their language. like Asserti and all that. And so all of those different things end up being kind of a pain to those individuals when they have to like keep multiple keyboard layouts or just, you know, reprogram stuff. Alright, so hand in our quest.
Units received.
That's another 100,000. That's actually pretty good money. We're getting pretty fast for those things. But yeah, so it's just a thing. But like I said, there's a lot of games that do a good job of they use the key position, and that's better than like what letter is on the key. All right, so a scan for minerals. Deliver an item. I want... So it's basically saying I'm very likely to be attacked. So I'm going to actually skip on that because we are... The primary motivation for what we're doing here is for trying to put together funds to be able to bootstrap ourselves into being better able to fight, do whatever we gotta do. And dying along the way because we took on harder missions is not a way to achieve that goal. Alright. Let's see if they have anything we want to sell. Yeah, those are so expensive. You destroy your hands or your courthouse for only 3 months? Oh yeah. It's surprising. Now, if people were like, "Oh, would you recommend switching from QWERTY to Dvorak?" And as well as things here, like, okay, like if you want to put in the time to do it, do I think it's a bad thing? No. Do I recommend you do it? I mean, that depends. For me, when I did the switch, I'd say it took me about somewhere in the area of 3 months to get back to about the same proficiency of typing as I had before the switch. Oh, man. Yeah, I was gonna say, when I saw how many slots that had, I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be expensive shit. Alright. Well, 20 hours to cover 25 light years. 20 hours to cover 25,000 light years. 575,000 to go. Yeah. Alright. Interesting. I was just curious. Alright, so let's take off. Let's take off. There you go. And we can go to black holes help shave off 5 to 10k jump. Oh, you mean towards getting towards the center? Oh yeah, no, I've done it before. Okay. So honestly, I think it is time to do this. Oh, what was the thing you wanted me? Wait. Oh, is that the main quest line? Or not the main quest line. There's a couple different quest lines. You got the Atlas one. Yeah, I want to unmark that quest. This quest, I want to ignore it. Versus I really just want to get to the center of the galaxy. Because the center of the galaxy, to me, is the win condition. Well, the end game condition, whatever you want to call it. So... yeah, so 708,000 light years. But the catch of what we're trying to do is we're going to want... to go to where we can hit the Atlas, because I believe that's where we can ask where their black holes are. Yeah, no, that's you use the black holes. Yeah, like I said, I've done this before. But who knows how much this has changed since I did it, because like I did it when the game first came out, kind of thing. Because genuinely, when I went to do it, it was like, got myself several $100 million or credits or whatever it was, just grinding out money, and then just got myself an obnoxious amount of fuel, and be jump, find the Atlas station, go through the black hole, jump, find the Atlas station, go to the black hole, that kind of thing. But I do know they've changed so much. There's an easier way to the center. Oh, I'm sure there is. Alright, we don't understand anything it's saying. The Atlas called me to this interface, and yet its purpose remains unclear. It demands worship, it demands obedience, it welcomes me, it knows what I am, and it offers gifts of true understanding. But why? Why does such a power and knowledge crave submission? It knows my thoughts before I know them. It knows what I will do. The Atlas asks me to follow the path. Sure. I accept this. The sky is deep, full of wonders, whatever. Oh yeah, the Atlas seed things. I remember that was a, oh. You're just gonna give me free warp energy? That's cool. Let's see, it marks your path one jump at a time. Because the black holes takes 90 jumps without maybe 130? Yeah. I do see that they changed these to be more distinct. Because remember, this didn't used to work this way at all. And then the last time I did play just like kind of on-off, they had made this. But the lights on the floors here were not as obvious. They just kind of lightly glowed. Versus now there's like no question about them. These are just giving me words, some of them. Like once I've used them, I don't get another round of words out of them. Okay. So, he didn't give me, well, it didn't give me the, a black hole thing. Yep. I mean, let's just go here to the exosuit, because we got ourselves some fuel and just shove that in there right now. Okay, actually... yeah, what I was saying is, I don't even know if you got the recipe from the Atlas before. I keep hitting the wrong button, and that's on me. But the thing we got, it was a whole thing where they had this ridiculous recipe that you could go, like, one step at a time. But it was those things that if you could put everything together to get those recipes, they're extremely lucrative. Alright. So far, though, playing this from when I played at the beginning, it felt like it was way, way, way harder to do this run in the beginning. Now, granted, I think there's more events that can catch you after you're stabilized, like where you just have like a ship attack or something that you didn't have back then, which may be where the challenge is going to be on this. Is those random events just managing to, you know, survive the sink or swim moments of, oh, 3 ships just attacked you, you know, either evade or fight it off or whatever. But, it used to be, like, very much getting off the ground was everything in the old one. Scrap dealer? So, abandoned wrecks? So they'll give me coordinates of wrecked ships. That's interesting. Alright, and we compare that. So that one has way more capacity than I have, but is unfortunately not something I can afford. I also just remembered you upgrade your ship on those things on the side there as well. Yeah, you can go here. And you can just choose to upgrade your ship. But it's expensive. Okay. I forgot how expensive some things are. Alright, so we can trade. Yep. Yeah, no, when we did the expedition the one time, like, I popped in once or twice for expeditions, I just never really played on a meaningful amount. But yeah, so we get a lot of nanites in that from these guys. Well, starting ship didn't seem to be worthwhile to bother it. Yeah, no, that's usually wait till you either get like an S-class ship that you're like, okay, this is something we're good, like I'm gonna want to maintain. Oh, wait, come on. It's gonna be an S, right? They used to be one of the S-class style ships. It's not gonna be in my budget. Yep, you're gonna be way out of my budget. 61 million. Yep, that's not gonna happen. Alright. Okay. So we're gonna stand and get in, get back out. That way it does restore point. Because what's gonna be happening right here is I'm gonna finish where I'm recording this for the YouTube side to show it up later, and then we're gonna go ahead and get a pull while I go and take a quick break because I do stream for 11 hours, and so it's really I'm messing up my sentences. Sooner or later, I gotta eat. So what I'm gonna quickly do is I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. So for all of you who are checking this out on YouTube later, goodbye YouTube.